This is a 2008 Mini Cooper S convertible, and the best thing about this car, besides the fact that the top comes all the way down, is that it is supercharged, which makes it a lot of fun to drive. And since you're driving such a little car, there is a great benefit, and that is that you don't use a lot of fuel. In fact, it's very fuel efficient.
Real is so cute, but you know what? It's not as efficient as this.
No way, man. This is a whale of a behemoth. Are you telling me this all-wheel drive V6 is more fuel efficient than that?
Yes, I will, because it is a hybrid, and you're going to see it next on the Fastlane car.
So, under the hood of the Mini Cooper S is a supercharged, can you say compressor?
Compressor.
It's the way the Germans say it. 168 horsepower, 4-cylinder that powers the front wheels through, get this, a 6-speed manual transmission the way God intended. What you got under the hood of that thing?
You know, I miss the superchargers on Mini Coopers, and they are fun, but this is what's interesting. This is a 295 horsepower power unit. It's a V6 combined with electric motors, and it's going to a CVT, which goes to all 4 wheels, all-wheel drive. And the thing is, I'm gonna kick his butt because this is a hybrid, and that's what the crazy part is. Despite the little tiny cute proportions, this big guy will take him.
No way, I can't believe that monster crossover thing is better at sipping fuel than this little teeny tiny Mini. Alright, here's the deal, Nathan. Let's do a combined loop of city, mountains, and highway. Reset the trip computer so we get the average MPG and see which one of these two does better. You up for it?
Yeah, let's do it.
And the winner buys the other guy, let's say, a steak dinner and beer.
Beer, yeah!
Hey Nathan, do you know that that's as loud as your car will get? Are you really flooring it?
My foot was all the way down.
Yeah, of course it won't allow it. So that is the best exhaust note you're gonna get because, well, the computer does all the thinking for you. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, my friend.
Yeah. Okay, we're firing it up. It's really cool, actually, because it's very easy to reset. Just get to the average, which I'm already at, and hold down Enter. And I am good to go. I know it's not the most scientific way to measure gas mileage, but you know what? It'll work.
All right, guys, here we go. First thing I'm gonna do is put on my seatbelt so it stops stinging. And then, if you look at the trip computer over here, it's got consumption 1 average. And I'm gonna reset that. Right now I'm getting 28, which is pretty darn good. Reset. Come on, reset. Reset. Recalculate. Done. We're ready. So we'll see after this short loop what that number is, and I'm hoping it'll be much higher than Nathan's. Let's find out. Ugh, stop and go traffic. I have to be honest, guys. Nathan has a huge advantage in this contest, and that's simply because I checked the car's sticker, the Monroney, and this car was rated a 24 combined by the EPA. Nathan's 28. And then this kind of stop and go traffic, his car is wonderful because it runs on electricity and doesn't use any fuel at all. But I do have an ace up my sleeve, and that's simply the fact that we're going up into the mountains, which means I'll use a lot of fuel going up. But coming down, since I have a manual transmission, I can put it in neutral and just let the car coast all the way down the hill, thus not using any fuel at all, except of course for the fuel that the car uses to idle. Nathan can't do that because he's got, well, this hybrid technology CVT thing that won't allow him to do that. And that is the beauty of having a manual transmission. Gosh, I wish we could get out of this stop and go traffic because now I am really not helping my MPG situation. This is where hybrids shine. It's amazing how far we've come in just a few years. I mean,
This is a rather heavy vehicle, and it should be able to beat Roman's tiny little car.
Now, you guys may be wondering why in a convertible I've got the top up and the windows up as well. Well, there's an easy answer for that. Studies have shown that at highway speeds, it is more fuel efficient to keep the windows closed, and in this case, the top closed as well, and the air conditioner on, than it is to try to cool the car down by opening the window. And the reason for that is simple. Because the aerodynamic drag you create by opening the windows, or in this case, taking the top down, uses more fuel than keeping the air conditioner on and keeping the car much more aerodynamically sound by keeping the windows up and keeping it sealed up like a big jelly bean. Yo, Nathan, we are at the halfway point. We've gone 8.6 miles. So, what's your MPG, dude?
I ain't telling you nothing.
Come on, give it to me.
No, it's halfway through. Wait until we're all the way through.
All right, I can tell you one thing. I'm having a lot of fun, and I think you're having a hard time keeping up with me in that big behemoth.
This isn't about performance. If it was, I would never have selected this vehicle, and you know it.
All right, 8.6 more miles. We'll get the verdict.
Oh yeah, we will.
All right, guys, the reason I asked Nathan what kind of MPGs he was getting halfway through, well, mine is atrocious. It's under 22, and that's because, well, we're going uphill, and this Mini has such a responsive engine that I can't help myself. It's so much fun to drive it fast through these corners. I mean, this is what this car was built for. So on the way down now, I'm gonna try to curtail myself and lift off the throttle and let the downhill do its magic, so that hopefully I can gain some of that precious MPG back on the way back to Boulder, because right now that hybrid is probably kicking my Mini ass.
And we're doing this as an example. We're basically showing off technology, how remarkable it is to see an all-wheel drive vehicle that truly can handle 5 people comfortably in luxury. And how good the gas mileage can be. It's fascinating because if you think about it, imagine what will happen in the next 5 years or in the next 10 years. I personally love tech, and so I like to see where it goes. I don't necessarily like driving it. I would much rather be inside the Mini.
Now here's something cool. By keeping my foot off the accelerator and putting the manual transmission in neutral, which is something that Nathan can't do in that very technical Lexus hybrid of his, I've been able to claw back, get this, almost 4 MPG going down the hill. I'm at 26.1 now, and that is just terrific, and that is why I love manuals. Of course, I'm about to hit the highway, and that means I'm going to have to put it in, well, 6th gear to lug the engine so I stay off the compressor, because compressors are thirsty, and advantage Nathan at that point. But right now, 26.4, which is just phenomenal. But here we go, on to the highway. And to be honest, we kind of did a mixed loop. There wasn't a lot of city in this. It'd be more like suburbs.
In terms of technology, it is fascinating to see how they managed to get such a large vehicle to be so efficient.
All right, guys, I'm on the highway now, and I've got the car in 6th gear because, well, I don't want to get into the compressor. So the trick now is just a very light throttle and let the car coast as much as possible going down the highway. Now, we did say this was a mixed loop of city, country, and highway driving. Well, to be fair, there isn't much city. It's more like suburban driving. But, you know, we're trying to be as fair as possible. And I think this is a fair representation of what both of these cars can do, at least MPG-wise. All right, so I hope my strategy worked. Nathan, my man, you know what my strategy was?
To drive less like an idiot than normal.
No, but that's a good one. I coasted down the hill, which you can't do, of course.
No, but I do have a button that says EV, so in the little traffic that we did experience, I was in completely electric mode.
All right, what's the number? Let me know.
28.9. Oh! Boom! I know it beat you. I know it beat you.
28.6.
Oh, wow! I didn't realize it'd be that close.
Congratulations, dude.
Why, thank you, and thank you for Lexus building a pretty damn thrifty vehicle.
Yeah, that is quite impressive. That's such a massive car that seats, what, 5 and all their crap. Gets better gas mileage than that little tiny thing.
You know, that little tiny thing is pretty cool, and I was wondering if you were considering using it for, I don't know, a modern collectible?
Dude! Modern collectible coming up tomorrow, 2008 Mini Cooper. As always, thanks for watching and congratulations. I will owe you happily a steak and a beer because I thought I got nowhere near 0.3 miles per gallon close to this car. Congratulations. And see you guys next time. Ciao. So here's an interesting question. What does the Ferrari F430, the McLaren MP4-12C, and this 2008 Mini Cooper convertible have in common? Well, in my opinion, they're all modern collectibles. And this one is coming up next on the Fast Lane Car.